Okay. There's our measuring devices.
So we haven't put screws in those two corner holders because we're thinking, is this the best arrangement?
Got it.
So we can leave it.
So we want to put this little puppy somewhere.
Well, I mean, you can use holders for this, but sometimes it's a little over the top to try and use holders for every small tool. And this is where containers come in. So we have tool grid containers that have pins on it, and you can position them anywhere you want, and they keep the part there.
Ooh, yeah. So we can do one of these for all my drill bits.
So if you had drill bits, and that's a 6-inch long container, and the drill bits you have,
I think I have a few longer
a bunch of them.
Yeah.
And we also have the 12-inch long containers.
So that's a 12. We don't use these as much.
And you can screw this in as well if you want to once you're...
Once we get it set. So that one might be a little long.
It's a little bit long, yeah.
So what I might do is take this, move it over one, tuck this puppy back there.
Yeah.
Is it going to slide around now?
You could do that, but... and I mean, if you wanted to, you could literally cut the end off of here and add a 3-inch unit. Cut the wall off of here, add it to that, and you're making it longer.
So
they still stay in place, right? If you have an extremely long.
So Wally, sorry to cut you off. So again, we're looking at this. So we have a tool now that's too long for the container. Okay, so we're looking at that option. So the alternative would be, Matt, if you could grab right there.
Holders.
We have handle holders and.
Oh yeah. I like where you're going.
Right, so.
That's a good idea. What do I do with the cutter?
We have a cutter here as well.
And that's if you want to occupy real estate.
Really, the containers are held for either miscellaneous tools, or they could be used for kind of a grouping of tools, but
I'm liking what you're thinking. I like putting that next to it.
So this is a little large, so I would probably use 2 TGH10s.
which are slightly
A
smaller.
little bit smaller?
Yep.
Typically refer to them as a tip. So for a tip of a screwdriver or...
Man, I can't imagine. This is so much fun. I think most. Yep.
So now you eliminate that.
Oh, I think I put it on an angle, next hold over. Yeah.
Okay, let me take all these in here. If you guys weren't here, I'd be cleaning each one of these with some. This is awesome.
So Wally, we should probably continue then with the chisels and other similar parts because they're going to use the same kind of holder setup, the handle and the tips.
So if you want individual holders.
If you want them individual,
Yeah.
or you could put them in a container.
Yeah, so 2 GH10s are here.
Yeah, I think. What do you think? Would those be better in a? Because I don't use those very often.
Well, depends on you on how often you use them.
Yeah, how long are these? These would have to go a long one because this one here.
You know, that's longer.
Let's see.
That's the one I'm using right now. So a 12-incher.
I like the idea of tucking these back here.
So again, it's what the user wants to do, right?
Right.
Yeah.
If it's a common tool that you use all the time, you can take it out
very rarely use
and
these.
designate it.
Yeah, and then we can take this bigger one.
Right.
Set up that same kind of theme like this. Back one. This one might do better with one of the bigger ones.
The larger one, which is right here.
Yep.
TGH11.
That looks legit. Yep. Actually, to get more space out of these, I could put a divider in here too,
Right.
Correct.
if I wanted to. I don't think we'll need to for this application because we have plenty of space, but oh my gosh, we're gonna get so much more stuff in here. Okay, now we got our cutting devices. I think I'd like to lay these out. Yeah, so these not in a bin, but separately.
Sure. Well, how about the
Small universal.
small universal, which are here? I'm not sure exactly where you would like those placed, but
Let's work off of this corner here because that's where I had them before, so I've kind of become accustomed to that.
so let's say you started there, and you were to establish a length like this. It's about right. Move the arms in. Move the arms in.
Now with that one there, you're probably not going to have to worry about a screw necessarily because it's a small enough tool that it'll...
For the moment, you could leave it like
Got
that
it.
to see if you're happy with that arrangement.
Okay.
Have another little guy.
Yeah.
Would you like it the same way?
Yep,
or-
right next to it. Yep.
Okay, well, you can use the same again, but it might be overkill. I don't know. Or you could use two TGH11s, these guys here, or one of these and one of those. Don't know. Or we can change to the universal holders.
How do these fit in these?
I would use the universal for those for sure.
Okay. All right. So let's do all universal.
Small universals here. And do you want to go beside it to see what it looks like?
Yeah.
Okay. Go right to the end, save room. The length is about to here.
I like that. So let's do this one in the universal as well.
Maybe we should go universal there, yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't look as good this way. So you're already a pro.
Clean, clean.
Why don't you do that one?
Let's get rolling here.
And the secret, Matt, you concentrate on the
On the
hole
Got
and
it.
line it up with one of the holes. Then you're not fiddling around.
These go here. We're gonna do it this one. And then I got one last cutter. Oh, we got these two. This and this. This one over here. I hate, this is driving me crazy that I have non-matching tools. I'm gonna throw all these away tomorrow and go get the same stuff. Bryce and Mike, you guys ready to create like 1,000 new products like tomorrow? Can we have this up by tomorrow before the video's edited?
It's very funny.
Come on, Bryce. I have faith in you. There's that. Okay.
Yeah, so I don't think it's a smart idea to go this way,
Right. But you could.
but you could
Yeah.
to save more room again.
Yeah.
The only thing that we would be faced with is the limitations of these two holes, how close you can get them together.
Yeah.
So you did pick
Yeah,
the best option,
I like
going
that.
that way.
Okay, so now got a pair of scissors.
Yeah. So what I would have done, Matt, I would have
Put the scissors back there.
put these tools behind each other so that we are starting to fill real estate and not be left with voids that we have to figure out what can we put in there.
Okay, redo it. You do what you're
Redo?
thinking.
So I would go like this. So you can see that we are not invading all that open area. We're staying on this side, back to back, trying to create that high density and yet still be organized.
Yeah.
So it looks like you're about, what, 90% of the tools that you had in there previously are already there, and now you've already freed up
Yeah.
40%.
So this one, for example, a pair of scissors, the front end is very short, so you could use a small universal holder like this. But the handle end is very tall, so you could use the right.
I like that. Holy moly, this is great. Okay. Now we've got.
Other tools.
So we'll put that punch. So this punch we'll put in with these, I think. I think that fits there.
So these guys?
Yeah.
So those you can go vertical, or again, you can use a tray. We have
What's that?
a container,
Yeah. I mean,
or you can
depends
do them vertical. It all depends on the.
what
Yeah,
he
I
wants
think-
to do. I mean, if he wants them like this, you can use the universal holders. You want them there?
Yeah, I think backwards there would be best.
Okay, so we can use small.
Ugh, they're all
We're going through some
mismatched.
bags here. I told you I didn't have my glasses on. And besides that, I'm old. Now you can see that the tool looks like it's on an angle. And that's because the handle is quite thick and the blade is quite thin. If you wanted to change that, you could put the holder offset so that you would be looking at the tool more.
Okay. Where were these? Right here. And what do you think for this one here? Same thing, or should we do something?
So there, you're going to want to do.
He may still be okay with the small.
You may. It depends, because you're not going to have a lot of weight with that end. So you may be able to do it with the same small.
Looks pretty decent. All right. So now we got these things. I want to say I use these often.
So you have you have the option of
Doing one at a time.
kind of one at a time, or you can just lay them out in a container.
This is my old Boston Acoustics pick from back in the sound device days. I'm gonna send it on its merry way. These probably. Actually, these are gonna make sense to put in the drawer with the. If I like that, we'll just play with this for a minute.
So then again, Matt, you have an option with the containers, they're dividers
Oh yeah.
that go in, so you can.
Now you're speaking my.
Right now, you're saving space, and you have some division to.
Now you're speaking my language, okay? And then we'll do the pencils, probably a shorter one.
Probably another short one,
I like the idea of
so you can go that way if you want. Kind of weird.
having them like this. A wax.
So again, I don't know if you want to throw a
Some kind of
divider in there. You can if you want to
Yeah. Okay.
kind of highlight give some separation to it.
Well, of course, before we nail this down, we have to go debatch everything because that's what we do here. I'm gonna be out here at like 2 in the morning, redoing this entire thing. When I catch the vision.
But you're gonna have fun doing it.
Oh yeah. This will be. Yeah, and then I forgot I got a bunch of markers.
So if that container, if you have more, the other option is that you can always see the sizing. You can run a divider here, or you have the option to run dividers this way, depending on the size. So see, that seems to work. So then you can.
All right, now we're on it.
Oh,
Yeah, there you go. Now you're in.
guys, it gets you in. So now you can devise it and save even more space.
You can go long ways like this. Is there one that fits this way with that?
No.
Oh, shoot.
So you have, so again, in that case, so the containers themselves, everything's built so that everything nests, right? So you can build out individual components and save the space. So it's just going to depend again on the flexibility of this kind of stuff that you're trying to organize.
I guess I don't really need these markers anymore. We're not going to do any more Kaizen foam. They still work. These are not cheap. This is what you have to buy to do Kaizen foam. These things. What did I do with the other one?
Oh, that's right here.
I might redo that, but so I got some tweezers. I got to deal with this thing. It's got to stay hidden. Let me have one of these here. Blades can go there. So this stuff was just kind of sitting on top. These are there. You have that thing there maybe.
Matt, what about that red case? What's in there?
These are bits.
If you were going to have them here, they also could go.
So how much space do you save by going vertical?
Or let's
Yeah, because all of these I have sitting here that I'd probably like to bring into the grid.
I mean,
Correct. You bring everything together, then you have your drill next to it with the accessory items.
just
Just to show.
considering.
Watch your head here. Now you're making me want to redo this whole thing.
Sure.
You're going to think of it differently now, right? The space that you have and how you use it.
So remember, these things were always laying down, right? Taking up a lot of real estate. And nothing is screwed down permanently yet, so. I mean, this can be accommodated. But having said that, I still would have tried to continue in a back to front filling this way and go in that direction instead of laying the stuff out
Right.
haphazardly like that. Now we're left with
All this space in the
all
middle,
the strange configurations of space left over. Whereas if we intentionally tried to fill from front to back this way, then you'd end up with a large area completely void. This didn't have to go there. I could have put it here. And we're trying to fill front to back. Instead of going side by side, they could have gone end to end.
Right. You're right. This is probably the trickiest drawer when we go do this. This is much easier.
Yeah. Well, these are the strange tools, different shapes, different sizes. But you can see that we are filling front to back and over, and you're getting larger areas exposed of space.
All right, we'll come back. This one I'm going to spend 3 days on, so we'll come back to this one some other day.
And we would have to put screws in there if you're happy with that arrangement.
Yeah, I'm going to tear this one apart more. Like these can go, right? These can
Perhaps if it's not too tall. And it is.
fit in. Nope. Okay, yeah, this one I'm going to have to obsess over for a while, so we'll be here all darn day because I'm relentless.
Yep.
Yeah, so these can stand up.
See if that's.
This one can probably.
Yep.
It's tight. We just fit a bunch of other junk in there that I didn't even have in this drawer. Got it. All right, let's do the fun one.
Okay.
Let's do this one. And these don't even have to be in here, because likely what I'd like to do, because these take up so much space this way, is get these together, these all in one drawer. And so I guess let's tackle this one. This is our 3/8 drive stuff.
So we'd have to cut another board.
Yeah, we've got another board cut.
Okay. Okay.
So what have we got, 3/8?
3/8.
Okay, metric SAE,
Both.
both?
Yeah.
So what would you like? SAE on one side, metric on the other side?
Yeah.
Okay, and which ones are SAE?
These are having it. So these are the metrics.
Yeah, okay.
Which would you want? SAE?
Doesn't matter, but these as well, you want organized?
Yep. I don't think we're gonna have enough to do all of them. How many you got in there?
Oh, we have lots.
Okay. All right.
So we'll start with SAE on the left-hand side.
I'm so pumped to get rid of these things. I hate these things.
And the largest socket we would put at the back.
Okay.
So
Yep.
the heaviest sockets back there. 3/4 inch.
16. Yeah. See you later. 1982. I'm literally going to be playing with this stuff for like, I'm going to have like 10 hours out here for sure, all weekend. And I'll just set the camera up, talk to it. That'll be new, what do we call that one? Organize and orate. Oh shoot, all this time I didn't realize I had, these are spark plug sockets. I didn't even know I had those all this time. Okay, so now we have, these are SAE.
Short.
Yeah, short SAE, whatever you call these, 6-point. So you generally put the sockets in the back and the actual wrenches in the front, or the ratchets.
You have, there's different options as a typical setup. Right now, Wally's kind of going, you know, your deep socket left to right. You can go front to back. It all depends on, again, the drawer dimension and the size. So you had pointed out that you have an extension bar that's longer.
Right.
So by utilizing this layout, we can then maximize that front space for the ratchets and the extensions and the adapters.
But
So
the
again,
idea is
it's
to
all-
lay it out rough and see how it goes and then move it around.
Yeah, because we're not putting in any screws. So again, it's customizable. If we find that there's too much space, we can mix them as well.
The metric short.
Yeah. Here, these are SAE, whatever you call those, the other point.
Oh, 12 point versus 6
Yeah,
point.
12
I see.
point. Yeah,
Okay.
12 point. I'll do the metrics over here. You're putting the screws all on one side. Facing out.
So the reason for that, Matt, is so the screws on this side, and see this shiny area there.
That's where we put
That's
our
where
number.
the identification label goes. So you would want the ID labels all on one side.
So you were telling me at SEMA, when you guys started this was Matco only?
Yes. It was exclusive to them for a 3-year period.
So part of the reason why some may have not have seen this is because of that.
Right.
So what about it? So in the US, the only place to get it to this point was to go to Matco or like a Matco truck?
Through mobile distribution, yes, a mobile truck.
So now we're effectively going to be opening it up to anyone everywhere. Yeah, this is strangely satisfying. Like, I'm pretty sure I could do this all day. What do we got here? That's a 12. It's 11. Do that. These are all SAE. So, what do you think? Should we bring these here?
Sure. And so you might want to see what your longest extension is and see what it might look like along here. You still have room if you wanted to invade this area.
Okay.
Still okay. It might be an idea at this time to just position some of those. Okay, so that's your longest one. You had no choice but to go that way. All the other ones can go this way,
Yep.
which is the desirable way to go.
Got it.
Because if you do slant the drawer, it's better if they're oriented this way. They won't jump out.
Okay. So these are metric impacts. These are metric. This is SAE. And actually, I think I'd like to leave these in the little pouches because I take these, travel with these often. So
Well, you
we'll
can.
set these
You
up.
can use, let's see, can you use the universal holders?
So we'll set those up last. Like that. Oh my gosh, how much room we got. Okay,
So
we got.
you could do
guys.
something like this to save space. Would that be okay for you?
Yeah.
Here is a ratchet head holder.
Okay.
Here is a handle holder. Too narrow. Use the larger one. Right here. You have more. You could go here to save space.
Yep.
Okay. 3/8 ratchet head holder. And handle holder. That's
Do
it.
you have an extension that may fit there?
Yeah, he has short extensions. So he has this.
Now you have the option to look at the vertical space as well with those.
Right. So you can go that way. And because this is also, you can go that way. Saving a lot of room. So
Yeah.
wherever you like, you can take and put those. That might be too long or no? That's good.
Yeah.
So you pick a place.
Yeah, I like the idea of putting this here.
You like it there? Okay.
But I kind of want to get these.
3/8 ratchet head holder.
Although you don't like doing this way, do you? To keep them all next to each other.
You certainly can. It's
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Since we have so much space, I'm inclined to just lay these all horizontally.